Hello everyone, welcome back to Radio Medipol. This is Shahin with you, your host. Today we have two special guests, Kınış and Yassine Benkiran.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back.
Hey guys, my first time on the podcast. The second time for me, yeah.
Yeah, the second time for me.
It's a pleasure to having you guys here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And
The pleasure is all ours.
thanks for ignoring me now, okay?
No, we didn't.
Anyways, today we are going to talk about self-comfortable.
Look, as your co-host, let me tell you what's
Feeling
gonna happen
comfortable.
today. As your co-host.
Co-host?
Yeah, that's what we agreed
Same
on.
as before, I just let you to be happy today because I thought your exam is near. That's why I didn't want to put more pressure on you.
Okay, I see. Today's topic is all about feeling comfortable.
Feeling comfortable.
Being comfortable, feeling comfortable.
Or-
Whatever it takes to feel or be comfortable.
Okay, are you comfortable now?
I am comfortable, to be honest. I'm surrounded by two friends, you know.
Yeah. How about you, Yassine?
Because it's my first time on the podcast, like maybe I'll feel more comfortable by the time, but now I'm a bit like stressed. Maybe.
Yeah, nervousness
Okay.
can
Yeah,
influence
exactly.
feeling comfortable. That's maybe the case for Yassine.
That's why. But don't worry, we're gonna make it comfortable
Sure.
for you, Yassine June.
Shy in June.
Anyways, let's head into the topic.
Let's start.
Start the
Let me
topic.
outline the podcast so it's easier for the viewers to follow.
Okay.
So first we're going to talk about what it actually means to feel comfortable. So we're going to talk about what it takes to feel comfortable, what we can do and whatever. How we make ourselves feel comfortable. And then the next one, what we're going to go into is how do we make others around us feel comfortable. We're going to go into several things there. Then how is feeling comfortable disrupted, like influenced in a negative way? And then is feeling comfortable actually a good thing?
It's a good thing.
We'll talk about that, you know what?
You know why? Because I'm always feeling comfortable in different situations.
But it can also be a bad thing.
With
as-
anyone?
With anyone. No, not with anyone. If you were here, like with me in that moment, actually I will be comfortable.
Okay, Shahin.
Oh my god, two boys here anyways.
Be careful
Chills.
then, Mina.
Ooh. We're on camera. If it happens something, if something happens, you'll know. All right, let me start with Yassine. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right, Yassine. What does it mean to feel comfortable?
Actually, it's my podcast.
Yeah, I know. That's the question. Go, Shahin. You can repeat it for me.
Okay.
No, you can go.
Host
I'm
takeover.
just joking.
Sure you
Like,
are.
it's a pleasure to
Um,
having you as a co-host, you know?
Can you please repeat the question?
What does it mean to feel comfortable?
To feel comfortable, I think it's a thing that goes, for me, in my opinion, both sides. Like, if I'm comfortable with you, you should be comfortable with me. Otherwise, I won't feel comfortable with you.
So you say it's like a mutual
Yeah,
thingy?
it's a mutual feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
But in my opinion is, يعني if you care about my opinion is feeling comfortable is that thoughts and that positiveness that you have or you see in someone. Like when you see someone without talking with them in the first sight, you think and you feel you're comfortable with that guy or a person or a teacher or a mother. Okay, first of all, for me, I feel so comfortable with my family.
Yeah, comfortable.
of all.
Feeling comfortable is also about the energy you radiate to other people. Like if you just met a person, like how does the person, like what vibes the person gives me or the energy the person radiates. Like it's a very big thing that
It is really
goes
important.
into the feeling
Like these
comfortable.
kind of energies affects our thoughts, our feelings, affects our sensitive. So that's why, like, if you be positive, so you can you can make people comfortable around you.
Yeah. Feeling comfortable can also be a very individual thing, like very different for people. What you might think, like, how should I put it in words? like there are different factors that would make you feel comfortable around people, that would make you feel comfortable around people, and me. Like there are different factors for each individual person.
Like for me, feeling comfortable, it's like I should talk with the person for minutes to see what he thoughts, and if I feel that his thoughts it's same as mine, in that moment I feel comfortable with him, and I do like to talk more with that guy. So how can I ask a question?
No, wait, I asked the questions around here. I don't know if you misunderstood.
My question
anything.
is, how do you make yourself comfortable?
I think it is
Comfortable with yourself. Like, first of all, you should be comfortable with yourself.
Then it comes to self-confidence.
Then you can spread that comfortableness to others.
Yeah, I feel like, as you said, what did you say?
I said that it comes from self-confidence. That's like, it has to be like you have to be self-confident to
Exactly.
be comfortable with people, talk with them.
And to be self-confident and like to radiate a good energy, you know, feeling all that, you need to take care of yourself. Like,
Okay, my question is, what do you do to feel that thought?
I mean, I do things that make me happy. For example, like I take care of myself. That's literally what I was saying.
How do you take care of yourself?
For example, I think a lot. Self-reflection, I think, is a big part of it. Or it can be anything. I can take care of myself by taking care of my body, by taking care of my mind. I think that's really important.
Protecting yourself from others, like negative people.
Exactly, like, you know, sometimes taking a step back, and self-reflection involves all that, basically. Like, if you're thinking a lot of the people in your surrounding, and if something affects you in a negative way, maybe take a step back, and, you know.
And I guess surrounding your people who surround you, they affect your emotions. They affect your comfort zone. So if you be around negative people, suddenly you become negative. You will have negative thoughts.
Exactly, you will have negative thoughts, and it will make you uncomfortable.
It will make you uncomfortable.
And I feel like we need to, if something makes you uncomfortable, you know, you need to distance yourself from that. And for example, let's say a lot of people feel uncomfortable about, for example, their physical flaws, and for example, their body or even mindset or anything. We need to learn how to accept and love those things, basically. For example, if there's a physical flaw, maybe a lot of people are not like very content about their nose, for example. It's a widespread thing. You know, the beauty standards that involve around that, you need to accept and love it in order to feel comfortable.
So today's topic is how to be comfortable with uncomfortable. Like how to make these uncomfortable things comfortable for ourselves. How to deal with them. How to just take it as the thing that it happened. We cannot do anything about it, but just we have to like enjoy it.
Yeah, something that makes me feel comfortable and safe as well is, for example, spending time alone. It's not a bad thing. People will say, oh, aren't you lonely? But being lonely and alone is two different things. Like sometimes you need to take a step back from the people around you, charge your social battery, and then go back out there and, you know, be yourself and be comfortable. Right?
Actually,
do you have a social battery?
You're talking about social battery thingy. Last year I didn't have this at all.
We were, like some friends and I, we were telling him, no, we can't come out today, like we don't feel like it, like we need to recharge our social battery. And Yassine was always like, what do you mean social battery? What even is that? No, just come out with us. Oh, you don't want to hang out. But it's not that. Like, we would love to hang out. And later he started to realize that he actually has also a social battery, and then
like we met now 2 years ago, and like I just met them. They were like my new friends and everything. I just came to Istanbul and to Maripol. And for me, like, seeing them as much as I could was like the best thing I could do to spend my time outside. But they had this social battery thingy that I didn't have. And I think it's starting this year that I actually like felt like I need to be
that from you
alone.
as well. Yeah.
I have to be like just with myself, and I enjoy it a lot more sometimes.
You know, powerful people, they spend more time with themselves.
Exactly.
Like they are powerful by being alone. So this loneliness can help you a lot. So sometimes we all need to be alone for a period of time in our lifetime.
Yeah, because when you're alone, you're self-reflecting and you're finding the real you, which is ultimately the path to feeling comfortable.
And your mind is free.
Self-care, so important. What do you do for self-care, for example? How do you take care of yourself? How do you feel comfortable?
For me, like, first of all, I do like myself. Every morning, when I wake up, first of all, I
Look at you in the mirror.
look at myself in the mirror.
Who's this
No.
nice guy?
Actually, I do that.
Little flex.
I do that. I'm not gonna lie, but I do that. Then I thank God for having these things. And the other thing that I do every day, I should read new things. At least one line, like no matter what is it, but it should help me and increase my knowledge and help me to become a better human and lead me to a better way, the way that I'm working for. Like for me, self-confidence, motivation, these are the top things that I need to do nowadays.
Yeah, see, it's very individual. Like,
It makes you feel more powerful.
yeah.
So you can decide for your life better.
Yeah.
You can choose and you can pick the things that is necessary for your life, especially in these situation, these generation, because now we are in our 20s. Actually, I'm 19.
You're just a baby.
Baby, okay. But I think these years of my life is the most important years that I shouldn't spend
Definitely.
even a
Because
single
you're
day.
literally sculpturing your path. You're
Exactly.
building everything.
That's why I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to read books, different kind of books. The books that it helps me in this life, the books that is necessary for me, that make me think
Yeah.
more.
That will basically help you help you evolve as a human being and yeah.
And how to know people. I think spending time with people, it's really good. Like communication
By good quality people.
with quality people. Exactly. Why? Because
Exactly.
because these people help you to think more.
For example, sorry for cutting you. Yesterday night, I was out with Shahin and Amir. He was there in the last podcast. We had like a whole talk about several subject topics, whatever. And at the end, like we were out for dinner, and it was nice. We had the whole talk, and we learned a lot from each other. We shared our point of views and whatever. And the only thing is that for this to happen in a good way, it should not be judgmental. Like we shared
Exactly.
ideas. For example, they will not agree on my idea, but I'll explain my point of view. They'll explain their point of view, and we'll just like understand each other.
We respect each other,
I
each
think-
other's mindsets.
Yeah, I think now it's a perfect time to talk about how we make others feel comfortable, because you just basically introduced that you guys were together and you guys were spending time and there was no judging involved, and that what made you feel uncomfortable. What are other things that people do that make you feel uncomfortable? Comfortable, not uncomfortable.
Do you want to start? Yeah.
I'd say that when you talk about something with someone, let's say like I'll go back a bit on self-confidence, okay? No, I can't. Okay, fine then. For example, if I meet a new person, let's say the way I met Shahin, okay? I met him, we were playing ping pong in B1 and we met him with Amir. Directly I felt a good vibe because we started talking about positive topics. We avoided cliche, we avoided talking about negative things.
Gossips or anything.
Yeah, we
like
just
that.
go like, we talk about the things we share, our hobbies, whatever, something that is positive.
Yeah.
And each time we saw each other in uni, I was always like happy to see him, and like now we got to know more each other, and yeah.
Yeah, I feel like creating a safe space for other people around you is so important, because that would mean maybe you'll gain the trust from certain people, or I don't know, creating a safe space is so important for people around you to feel comfortable with you and around others.
In my point, I think also paying attention to people around you, it's gonna make them comfortable. For example, you're trying to define something, you're trying to talk about something, but when nobody give you attention, and they don't give a about your thoughts and feelings and your talks, that sometimes makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Also, what makes people uncomfortable that comes from others is, for example, when people point out bad stuff about you or something discouraging, and then you're left there feeling super, super uncomfortable. You don't want to continue any conversation anymore. Or, for example, as you mentioned before, judging. Just, for example, if there's not just if people do it to me, okay, that's a different thing. But let's say we're in a group of friends and people be judging others or saying discouraging things or something about their looks to another person. Even though I'm not personally involved, it would make myself feel uncomfortable for that person as well, and it just creates that negative energy. I think that's like the whole point. Like, feeling uncomfortable is so linked with negative energy. And feeling comfortable and how you make your safe space for yourself and for others is just radiating positive energy.
Exactly, because these negative thoughts, these lead to uncomfortable. Like we never saw a negative thing becomes something.
Look,
you know?
I'd say a way where negativity can be positive. For example, you should not be afraid to make a fool out of you. Like,
take risks.
Yeah, you can take risk. Don't be afraid to make a fool out of you. You'll show how like comfortable you are with the person, and they will do right after you. Like, not all the negative things will be negative. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But in my point, never force to make people comfortable.
Exactly.
Sure.
You can't force things. You can't force relationships. You can't force energy, because energy is not what you like give. It's what comes from you naturally, like what you radiate.
Because the structure of life is about energies. Like, we share energies and we get energies.
Okay, what energy do I radiate? Sorry. Radiate.
I need to dance now. Radiate.
Radiate.
Energy. What like energy do I radiate? Or, for example, we met like not very recently, but still it's been maybe a couple of months. What did you like, how did I make you feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Like
for me, like, if I want to consider you, you're really cool, يعني.
Ayo.
Yo,
Ayo.
And the other thing, like, some people, they have an ego, okay, but it's not real ego, it's unreal ego. Pretending that they have ego, but they're not a single shirt. So anyways, and like, for me, our group, I really like that. I really like them. Single of them, they make me feel happy.
Yeah, and I feel like you mentioned the ego thingy. There is no single person that thinks so highly of them. Like, I feel like if a person thinks they're superior to their others, it's just not gonna vibe.
Exactly. But when you see some people come to you, if they are same as energy as yours, they stay with you.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Same wavelength, yeah, same hertz, same, yeah. But if they're lower or higher than your energy, you will lose them.
Yeah.
Because people come to your life for a reason.
People come and go, bruh. But you know I stay. Let's go. All right.
2 friends in a room.
3 friends in a room.
3 friends in a room.
They might
continue the podcast.
All right. So we mentioned feeling comfortable in friendships. What's your take on relationships?
Wow. As long as I don't have any experience in this kind of things.
Can you ask the question differently, maybe?
Oh.
For example, how would you make your partner feel comfortable, or what would your partner do, or specific traits she has or he? I don't know.
First question.
That would make you feel comfortable.
First of all, do you make your partner comfortable?
Look,
be honest.
Yeah, totally yes. Totally yes. But it's not like I did something. Like, I can tell you I did this or that made her comfortable, but it was natural, to be honest. Like, it's more of a feeling. I don't know. Like, it's not like I intended to do something for her to feel like comfortable and like safe, you know.
Yeah.
It's more like
Safe.
I think when it comes to relationship, even though it's like really like to a certain extent, there is it's more about trust. If you trust
That's
someone,
That's exactly what I wanted to lead into.
uh,
Trust, loyalty, like honesty. I feel like these are traits a person can have and like show you that would make you very comfortable.
definitely. Like there is, I mean, now I'm talking about my ex relationship. There is a, I don't have a relationship right now.
He's single.
He's single,
yeah,
by the
he's
way.
single. Put your number.
No, for real. Like it has to be a balance between trust, being comfortable with the person, loyalty, and this balance is hard to have. Okay, like you can't just build a situation where you're comfortable with someone without having a good balance of them.
Yeah, for example, in relationships, that's why a lot of toxic relationships exist as well, because people just can't find the balance, or even if they want to find the balance, they can't create it, and that's why these toxic traits of some people can come out.
Maybe because they started the relationship without trust, and they pretend to be in love with that person. It's about pretending and faking that love and that feelings. But for me, in my point, in my view, being comfortable in relationships, you have to give all you have. Like, be honest, be yourself first of all. Be yourself. Try to make her happy. Give her trust. Don't cheat. Be loyal, and don't change. Be as
Exactly.
same day
Look,
as you were.
A lot of
Um,
people change because of their partners,
Yeah.
and I don't think that's
I
actually
agree, and that's a big mistake, to
That's
be
a
honest.
that's a very big mistake.
Don't
like-
change.
You can't change yourself, because at some point maybe the person might not even be in your life, or even if she or he is, maybe you'll look back at the time before and regret changing, and for example changing as in cutting out people of your life or changing your values. It's really wrong.
Because she or he, they should like who you are,
Yeah.
not who they want.
They
Damn.
shouldn't change who they are.
Period.
The thing is, like, they shouldn't change who they are for being who you want. Like, I'm talking about my experience. Giving you some tips, guys. Don't ever change who you are,
Relationship
because
expert.
at the beginning, you know, like, you like the person, you like her, you like him, whatever. You want to be perfect for this person. You don't want to lose her, you don't want to lose him. So you'll do whatever you can to be perfect for this person.
Yeah, you'll literally sacrifice pieces of
Exactly.
yourself.
So you don't listen to yourself
deliver
anymore.
that.
You listen to
The things
thoughts
that
of
makes her
how
interested.
what can I do, what should I do to be perfect for this person, to keep her with me or keep him with me. So the problem with that is that afterwards, let's say after a year, 2 years, whatever, maybe less, you'll realize that you lost yourself, and you'll think about just where did I put myself in this situation. That means now I was acting like, and now you'll reach a certain limit where you'll come back to who you truly are, and the person that you did everything for, all those efforts, will be disappointed. So never ever change yourself in a relationship. You should be accepted the way you are.
That's why a lot
Exactly.
of people feel lost after the relationship. They don't know how to be on their own, how to make themselves feel comfortable, because at some point that comfortableness came from another person and they relied on that so much. You know, it was basically everything they were in, basically. And then, for example, after a breakup, you know, the world you were in just gets destroyed. You step into a whole new world and you're lost, as you said. And it's very hard to find your way back.
Exactly. It's hard to find yourself again. But the thing is, in life, you will lose everyone. Everybody will leave you one day. The only person who stays with you till end is you. So how can you live when you're not yourself?
Exactly. That's why you should try to create a safe space for yourself. You should make yourself feel comfortable.
Feel
That's
comfortable with
basically
yourself.
That's basically our topic right now. Like, how do we make ourselves feel comfortable? What is actually that? Because it's such an important thing. Like, actually.
And the other thing, never try to change people. Leave them. If they want to change, if they needed help, help them. But
Mhm.
don't try to change them. Don't try
Look,
to
there's
change their mindset.
influencing, trying to like maybe help that person in a better way. For example, I've been forcing Yassine to study. I'm not
Shouldn't
like
mention this.
I'm
But-
not.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Go for it.
I'm
No,
not-
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to change him for the better or anything. Like studying knowledge, we're working for a career right now, okay? And sometimes I feel annoyed when he doesn't like obey my orders. No.
Wow, orders.
Obey
Not
your
just-
Someone
order.
obey.
No, but you
No,
know.
but I'll take it more like it's an advice. You don't want to change people, okay, sure, but you can give advice. You
You
can
can
tell
give-
them about your experience,
Yeah.
and they can learn from you.
It's up to them. They want to change or no. But you
he
cannot
doesn't,
change
for
them.
example.
I'm stubborn, you know.
He's stubborn, really stubborn.
I
but
think
I
he
feel
does-
like at some point you need to let some people in with their advice and not just, right?
Yeah, because you should experience things so that you will learn it. If you don't experience things, you wouldn't learn them. Like
Yeah.
by reading, it's not enough. You have to, if you want to become a
you
good
gotta be-
doctor, you have to do a lot of surgeries. Then you will become a good doctor. But only with reading, you cannot become a good doctor.
But right now we start with like studying, you know, theoretical stuff, and then we go into the practical thingies. And I wanted to mention you cannot take advice like from bad people or people with like negative energy or like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that advice might not be, I don't know how to.
Can I ask something?
I can
Of
give an
course.
example, maybe. actually.
Advice for what? For
Let's stay on-
yourself or
For myself, for example, or how to like lead my life.
can I tell something now?
No,
Never.
let's move on.
So, yeah.
So you seen these?
I was about to say something, actually. Yeah. No,
Can
go
you
ahead,
please?
Shahin.
No.
I'll
No,
F
go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
I'll
Hey,
beat you, right?
careful.
B. You can.
So
Mini stop. Mini stop.
it was one last time. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Now we give you an opportunity to talk and you don't.
Hadi gel. Hadi gel. Okay. Türkiye'den en çok dünya yabancı radyosu Medipol hoş geldiniz.
Radyo Medipol.
Okay, Shahin, you wanted to say something that like
I wanted
sounds
to
really,
say
really
something
important,
really
serious,
important.
so let's go ahead.
I cannot now.
Okay,
Wallah.
look, I'll
No,
repeat
no, I
what
will.
I said.
Okay.
Oh, you still remember?
Repeat after me.
Mhm.
Ben
Ben
çok
çok
güzel.
güzel. Sen çok güzel.
Ben de
Ben de.
çok güzel.
Ben de çok güzel.
Türkçe öğretmen. Ben Türkçe lazım kanka. I swear. Anyways, can you repeat your question?
Your question?
Look, we were talking about advice from people that like might not lead you in the right direction, and you might observe it as for example, a good advice, but it's actually like a person that might not have the best interest in making your life better or make you feel comfortable. It's very difficult for me to like say this. Might sound like really confusing.
I will tell you something really good. In my point, for me, what I do, I believe I cannot get advice from people that what I should do with my life. The only person who knows what can makes me feel good, what can makes me feel comfortable is me. So how can I ask people what to do with my own life? When you cannot lead your life, how do you want to help others? How do you want to make people comfortable?
Look, people can give you all the advice in the world, but at the end you're gonna decide for yourself if you're gonna take that advice, whatever you're gonna do, and whatever. But some people actually do have the best interests in you. Like for example, when I talk to my best friend, and I'm, for example, in a situation, I'm very like emotionally involved in the situation, or like I'm attached, or you know, I can't see it from a neutral point of view. Even if I want to see it from a neutral point of view, I cannot technically get to a very, very neutral point of view. And I'd, for example, tell that to a person on the outside. The person will most likely evaluate like both the sides and then give me more rational advice, which you can like consider, but at the end you're gonna do whatever you feel like is right. Go with your gut feeling. That's what we talked about.
Exactly. They
All
will
that.
give you point of views. They will give you another
Yeah, more like
things. Like two minds in one project. It's more effective than one mind on one thing. But at the end, you are that person who choose what to do with his or his
Sure.
her with her own life.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you what to do. And don't let anyone tell you what to do or what not to do. You're the person who's so powerful and you know what can makes you comfortable. What's your abilities? Because maybe some things for some people is impossible, but for you it's a easy game, you know?
Okay, look, let's talk about how our feeling comfortable can be disrupted, which would basically mean how or what makes us feel uncomfortable. Let's go into that.
Lies.
Judging.
Lies.
Comparing ourselves to other people. Ah, she's prettier. Oh, she has, I don't know, her nose is better.
Social media.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to go into. Social media, like the beauty standards, not just for women, also for men.
As I said before in my previous podcast, beauty is here in your heart. This is what makes people beautiful. The face is only the output of yourself. Like, it's good looking, but the most important part of beauty is your heart. Because your face, you're gonna be used to it after a while. But that behavior, that bad thoughts, that bad behaviors, that you cannot deal with it. That's why some relationships, they end up like 1 year, 2 year, because the two sides of people, they were pretending that they are a good person, but at the end, they cannot act anymore. That's why they show themselves their reality. Anladım.
Anladım, yeah, anladım.
Anladım or anladım yok.
Anladım.
Oh, your Turkish was really good.
Anlamadım.
Anlamadım. All right, but not always feeling comfortable is a good thing, because that would mean that people will not step out of their comfort zone.
Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly, comfort zone. You really need to step out of it, and in order to grow, in order to change is growth. You need to get out of it, try new things, take on a challenge. Otherwise, you're just gonna stay the same as you were. For example, you mentioned you read a lot of books. For what? You're trying to evolve yourself, you're trying to improve, you're trying to, make your mind smarter. If, for example, you didn't do that, you just stay the same, be ordinary.
Exactly. Don't be ordinary. Being ordinary is so easy.
Easy.
Be extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
And that's a really good thing.
And that's a really good thing.
You should get out of your comfort zone. You should do things that what others doesn't do. You should do things that makes you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Because pain and change is growth.
It is.
That makes you a powerful human. And this is the point of living. You should become powerful.
Yeah. And for example, if people radiate a negative energy towards you, right? After a while you'll understand wait, where am I going with it? So basically, if people let's say treat you in a bad way or radiate a negative energy, after a while you'll learn how to read people, and then by experience, you'll understand, oh, this is exactly what's happening, or this happened to me last time, or people treated me like this before. So you kind of have an experience and you can grow out of it, and then take a step back, and you know what's basically.
What's the next step, and how can you
how you will
fix
deal
it?
with it, basically. You're creating your comfort zone for that. There's a comfort zone that's good, and there's a comfort zone that's bad. Do you get what I mean?
You should be comfortable in uncomfortable. I know it's a bit difficult, but you should try to be be comfortable in uncomfortable. You should do.
Yeah, it's totally right.
And what do you think, Yassine?
I agree.
June?
I was thinking at the same time, if you go out of your comfort zone, that will build your self-confidence. For example, go talk to strangers. Go face, I don't know, start a conversation with someone. There's nothing bad about it. And the more you'll do it, the more you'll be confident. And without, as you said, with being comfortable with the uncomfortable, you're actually helping yourself more to be comfortable when you'll have to feel comfortable with someone, actually.
For
That's
example, for most of us, like you're studying physiotherapy, we're studying medicine. At the end of the day, we're taking challenges. For example, starting medicine for me was a challenge, but in a matter of few years, you're gonna look at yourself and be like, I did it. And I think that's what you're saying. Like, you'll feel great about yourself, like when you accomplish these challenges, or even if it ends up in failure, you're gonna be like, at least I took the step, I did it, I tried it, and that's gonna make you a better person.
Exactly. I want to give an example. Like, I want to learn Turkish language, and people always telling me you should watch Turkish series.
Same. But
And that someone is me.
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's
The
I don't know.
the Turkish movies are, you know what is it? What included?
Romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it is romance. Like, I rather
But-
talk with my friend that knows Turkish and try to learn, and that's what we
Do
do,
you
actually.
talk?
Yeah,
But
we do.
I'm gonna make it comfortable with watching Netflix with Turkish subtitle. I think this is a good example for making uncomfortable comfortable.
Look, you're gonna have to take it step by step. You cannot be like, I'm gonna take the same example as I said. Oh, I started medicine. You're not gonna be a doctor in a year.
Exactly.
Or you're not gonna learn Turkish in a few months. You have to take it step by step to actually achieve your goals. For example, a show maybe you watched multiple times, right? Take that show, watch it in Turkish, because you know what the content is. And then you're just going to add something new to that. Add something new until that something, like the adding thing, becomes something new.
Exactly, becoming creating a big and a really good mindset than how to learn Turkish.
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, how can I learn Turkish in 3 weeks? I have exam and
You have an
I
exam.
know nothing.
Are professors watching?
I don't know.
Is it
I
online?
know.
Is it
You're
online?
gonna cheat.
I'm
Just
not
kidding.
gonna cheat.
Of course not.
Cheating is bad. I was just telling, don't cheat. Cheating make uncomfortable.
You're saying that about relationships and not
Cheating.
exams.
Seriously.
As I said, you cannot, in 3 weeks I have to learn everything. Take it step by step. Even if you fail this exam or don't pass with a good grade, it's going to be a lesson for you. You're going to change
Fail
out
it
of it.
next year.
No, for next year you're going to be better prepared. No?
I
But
wish.
the best outcome would be that you tried at least.
I
Exactly.
try.
Like, if you face failure, if at the same time you did study a lot, you really wanted to pass, okay? Even though you fail at the end, just be proud of yourself because you tried, okay? I'll take my example as I failed my first year in France. I did try, okay? I studied medicine there. It was hard. It was really hard. But I tried for a year, and even though at the end I didn't pass, I was still proud of me because I studied. I learned a lot from this year. And by the way, if you have a goal, don't ever, I'm talking about like big goals, like life-changing goals, okay? Keep it. Whatever happens. If you fail, keep going. Try again. Try again and again.
I think these
Don't give up.
goals
Yeah,
making
failure-
us alive.
Yeah.
Of course.
Failure is not a bad thing as people see it actually is. Like,
People made it bad thing, but
Actually-
truly it's good thing.
It is good. And if you want to link it with being comfortable, for example, let's say I'll take again my example. I failed, okay? I failed maybe twice. I'll introduce someone, okay? Someone will ask me like, how old are you? And I'm 21, and they're surprised, okay? I explain like, why are you 21 and you're like in this year and stuff. I explained that, yeah, I failed this and that, but like, be confident, okay? Like, for example, I'm confident. I don't mind saying that I failed, okay? I'll just explain it, and I'll feel comfortable with the person, and the person will be like, okay, so he's that comfortable with me that he can like tell me that he failed something that I think it's negative. he can actually tell me and he'll feel comfortable with me. So you can build this comfortable thing situation.
But for example, some people would make you feel uncomfortable for example, having that failure in your life and be like, oh, you didn't succeed in this and this. It's just not great because that is actually judging. But
That's
you'll
judging,
you'll never know. Like even if you're like, you'll experience failure in every part of your life. Like maybe studies, maybe relationships, maybe friendships, and everything. There's always gonna be failure and that kind of thing. And we should not judge people for it at all.
Of course.
Because it can always come back to you, and you don't know the circumstances of that person. For example, you just mentioned you failed. What do I know about it? Actually, nothing. I don't know about your mental state. A lot of people don't consider that at all.
As you said, it's not only about studies. Like, how many friends you guys lost?
A lot.
Obviously
Since
a lot.
high school? A lot, right?
A lot.
You can count it as like a friendship that didn't work, as a failure. But you learned a lot from it.
Yeah, not every friendship is supposed to work out.
Exactly.
People that come into your life to teach you a lesson and they might leave. It might hurt, but honestly, to take the lesson is much more important than the person leaving.
Definitely.
At the end, you're the one who took advantage. But failing is a part of success.
Of course.
Without failing, it means you're not even trying. When you fail, it means you tried at least.
And if you, for example, try again, that shows so much strength, in my opinion.
Like successful people, they fail, they wake up again. They fail, they stand up again. They fail, they fly.
Yeah, it's learning from our mistakes.
Wow.
Shahin.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wow.
You're posting this one.
Yeah.
He's posting this one 100%.
Yeah, I'm trying. Now I'm telling my words. Wow.
Someone's gonna
So
quote you in a book or something, and they're gonna be like,
Shahin,
Shahin Najdi.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Damn. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
I'm proud
so
of you
much.
too.
And
We're proud of you, Mine.
we're
Okay,
proud
I'll
of you
believe it.
guys. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of like being here. It is really important. Like nobody cares about success. Nobody cares about motivation. Still, there are people they care about friendships, hanging out, spending times, losing their time. But there are some people, their time is important for them. So they're trying to use that time in an effective way by studying for themselves, self-studies, by trying to grow themselves, by trying to put themselves in difficult situations so they can become stronger. I think we should do things that makes us uncomfortable. We should go out from our comfort zone. We should try things that we never tried. We should try not the bad things, I mean the things that really helps you. Like don't try drugs. You'll end up in a bad way. You're not gonna become successful by smoking weed or stuff like that. Okay, anyways.
this is a wrong way to get out of your comfort zone. Because most of the people that smokes weed, they just want to escape reality.
Escape reality,
That's
exactly.
And honestly, what happens after is they get dependent of that substance, and the only way to exist in their out of their comfort zone or in another reality is by taking, for example, that substance. And once it's gone, what are you gonna do? You feel like you're lost. You're nothing.
Exactly. You shouldn't hurt yourself because not being successful. You should try to build yourself instead. You should do something that grow you, not brings you down. Smoking gonna kill you. Okay, but instead, like reading new things, reading positive quotes, it's gonna help you more. It's gonna be more effective. This is the thing that I do. When I feel sad, when I feel lonely, when I feel depressed, maybe it's hard. Maybe sometimes it doesn't work. I just want to sleep and lay on my bed and just stare to the roof and listening to.
Yeah, but you know what?
press
Sometimes
songs.
that's good as well because in that, like, you know, you're not doing something active. You're just laying down. You're resting. You're like, that's, for example, what I do when I take care of myself. Maybe put on a face mask or something, or sometimes listening to music or being in my feelings. I feel like it's also so important of taking care of yourself, because you have to let that side out as well in order for your good moments to exist on the side as well.
But don't overdo it.
Exactly. If you're overdo it, you're gonna get lost in that. You're gonna take that as a routine. You're gonna do that a lot, and that's not gonna affect your soul in a good way. If you do it, you know, recharging your social battery or taking care of yourself. Why are you laughing?
Social batteries.
Social battery. Is a good thing. What was I saying?
I was about to ask you,
Losing yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only one in this situation, but like, see, I have those me moments when I'm just thinking with myself, and I do have thoughts that motivates me. Like, for example, I can be a lazy person. Okay, I'll for example just like wake up. Okay, I have my classes, whatever. I will not have the need. I will. How can I explain it? Like, I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to study today, for example.
You
okay?
don't have that energy to.
Yeah, the
do it.
energy. Maybe
Yeah.
like I didn't wake up with the energy to study or whatever, and I'll just think with myself, and at some point I'll just motivate myself, okay? But it'll last for like a minute or two, and right after, because I'm like too comfortable at home, and I don't know, I don't feel like going out. I don't want to like waste this energy. I just like demotivate myself right after, and like I can't fix this. That's something I can't fix. I don't know if you have an idea about it, but I'm
Yeah,
someone
then
that motivates himself for like half an hour max. Like that's like half a second. Like I'm motivated. No, I'm not motivated. Yo,
Yeah,
I'm motivated right now.
That
No,
happens
maybe
to
like
me
half an hour, and then
sometimes.
I'll be like, okay, Yassine, get your stuff together, just go to uni, study, whatever, and then I'll be like, okay, actually, no, why would I
I feel like
do
you have
all
to get
that?
out of your comfort zone.
That's hard. Like, it's easy to say.
Look,
like,
I know
for,
it's very
even the people
difficult,
that are
like-
watching, it's easy to say, but at the same time, to work on it, it's so hard.
So hard.
Like
It's so hard
it
to
is
work on it.
actually really, really hard to get out of it. But if you have your goals in front of you, like you sometimes have to think in the long term. That's literally what I texted you like maybe an hour ago or something. Have your like life goals in front of you. You want to become a doctor, right? And it's we have to study so much more. Even if we become a doctor and we're practicing it, that's not just done. You're gonna even study more and practice it and everything. We have to get out of our comfort zone. That's why we need to study now in order for that to happen first of all. Like, you need to, when you demotivate yourself, you're gonna have to sometimes just force yourself. It's really not easy, but
It is not. Like, I get your point. Like, for example, I gotta force myself to wake up earlier. I gotta force myself to wake up and go
Yeah.
to uni.
Look, there was a time I was sleeping at 8 a.m. and waking up at 5 or 6 p.m. I think.
Ramadan vibe.
Yeah, Ramadan, like it kind of
Ramadan was
flipped our
crazy.
schedule
Yeah,
upside down.
definitely.
And after that, for me, it was so difficult to wake up earlier. But I was like, I have exams. I need, to get my routine back from what it was before. And it's been maybe like a week or 2 or 3 weeks. I've been trying to wake up earlier, and now I wake up at 8:39 every day. I get ready, I come to uni, I study, and leave later, and then I sleep earlier as well. Like, it's not easy to, it was really not easy to change that routine back to what was my normal.
But at the end of the day, you're proud of you. Like,
Exactly,
At the end of the day,
when
you
I
just
wake
feel
up-
like you did something, you achieved something during your
You
day.
know what? This morning I woke up, and also yesterday I woke up by myself, 7:30. I was not tired. I was like, I'm actually so proud of myself. I'm, keeping up with it. So honestly, it's not easy. Also, getting out of your comfort zone in other subjects and other topics. But as I said, you need to add one thing, add another thing, until that thing becomes true.
Like,
Because it was not from one day to another I started doing that. Maybe there was a day I woke up at 2 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. Look, that's already better than waking up at 7 or 6 or 7.
Yeah, but that's my problem. Like, I won't do it like step by step. Like, I feel more like
Okay, then
I'll
you
just
got
change it directly.
you got involved and engulfed in your comfort zone so much. You need maybe more digging, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. And as we know,
Look,
you're a very
I'm
stubborn
like-
person. You
I
just
am,
have to
but
get out of
'cause
that
listen,
mentality.
I'm just like thinking
God.
and thinking a lot about it, and I have my goals in front of me. I know what I should do. I know what. Okay, I'm talking to you guys. Like, definitely they were not watching. They were looking at each other,
I'm
just
thinking
saying.
about your things.
Okay, she was not.
No,
Oh.
I was.
You were talking
of
to her.
course
Whatever.
I
Whatever, it's
listened.
fine.
Okay,
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
I have a solution for you, like for whoever
See, it's
dealing with
advice. It's not trying to
these. Exactly.
see, not changing him, but advice, basically trying to make his life better.
Because I recently was studying about the same thing. I had the same problem like maybe 3 days ago. I think you saw me that day in the elevator, and I just said hi and I went.
Yeah, I was like, why is he in a bad mood? Like, I was.
On
sorry.
that day, I was so confused and I had a lot of questions in my mind. I didn't want to talk with anyone at all.
Yeah.
The first thing that I did, I went to nature. I went like to Bebek, and I just walked. And I listened to, and I heard the birds singing. That's it. Then I went home. I write it down the things that I have now, not the things that I want. The things that I already have, such as health, family, self-confidence, opportunities that I have. I'm studying physiotherapy. I have really good friends. I'm spending a really good time with good friends. Like, I can't tell 50 things now in you that you should be grateful for it.
Yeah, sometimes people focus too much on what they want to achieve or what they want in life and everything, but they're not appreciative enough for what they have in the moment.
A sick person, they want one thing.
Health.
To cure, yeah, to health. But a healthy person, they needs a lot of things. In life, you should focus on one thing that you truly want, and you will get it. No matter how hard, no matter how big it is. But you will get it if you focus on one thing. Because this universe is trying to help you, trying to give you the things that you want. That's why ask to get. This is the thing that everyone's saying about it. But be clear about the things that you want. And write down the things that you have already and be grateful about them. The other thing that I did, I spent time with people that I really love, that I like them, that
I love you too, Shahin.
enjoy, Habibi. That was one of the
People
reasons.
that make you comfortable.
Make you comfortable, care about you.
Look, if it was another person, let's say, that would make you feel uncomfortable, in that situation, it would have not helped you.
Exactly. And the other thing that I did, I did something that I really love. I played football with you guys. If you remember, in that day, I was unreal.
Amazing.
I did a lot of
He's
stuff
an
that I
amazing
couldn't
goalkeeper,
consider
like,
about it.
We can all say it.
Because I wanted to free myself. Like, for some people, they play song, they play music. Some people, they sing. Some people, they write quotes or feelings,
writing,
thoughts.
Yeah, like for your thoughts to, you need to make your thoughts escape sometimes, you know, like let them out.
To make you free to fly. This is the
Exactly.
point. And yeah, I did these steps,
Mhm.
and now here I am.
See, you're
Feeling better.
I feel better.
Jinx, double jinx,
triple
triple
jinx,
jinx.
triple
Quadruple.
As you said,
I guess both of you cannot talk now.
do it alone. No, I'll add one more thing. See, sometimes you need someone to talk to, okay? When you feel bad, okay? When you're feeling down, sometimes you need someone to talk to.
Exactly.
And sometimes when even though you wish you had someone you could talk to, you can't, so you write down stuff. Like, for example, it happens to me sometimes. I'll feel in a certain way, okay? Most of the time it's when I feel bad. Sometimes I do feel happy and I do the same. I write down, like, I take my phone, I open my notes app and I just write things, okay? It can be when I feel good, I'll just write things to like keep them in mind, like I'll remember them. If one day I read them, I'll feel happy again. Or when I feel bad, I'll open it and I'll write down. And just by let it out, like this thought that you have, you feel better.
Exactly.
So
The
you
first
should
thing I
write.
mentioned to people when they're, for example, sad or, you know, don't feel alright, like when they feel uncomfortable, write it down. Like, that's literally what I always say. Like, write it down. It's gonna make you feel so much better. It's crazy. Like, writing it down. Other people have other releasing mechanisms. You gotta figure that out for yourself. And for example, when we talked about overthinking, the way, or for example, how you deal with stress, you know, it links at this point as well. For example, you can go running, you can exercise, you can meditate.
I can quote you. At some point I was feeling like quite bad, And I was talking with Mina, and she sent me that thing that says, if you overthink, write. If you're anxious, move. If you're tired, read. If you're confused, walk, as you did. And if you're sad, exercise.
Nice.
So, but that's the best example though. See, you were confused, you went for a walk in Bebek and you felt better.
Like
You
there
were
are different
sad.
releasing mechanisms that you have to practice in order to make yourself feel better.
But sometimes talking to people, it helps a lot.
It
Yeah.
does. It
But
does.
which kind of people? The people that they doesn't judge you. That
Exactly.
they don't judge you.
People who you can create a safe space with together. You know,
And
you cannot be dependent on this though, because when you don't have it, again, you're gonna be lost. You wouldn't know how to deal with situations yourself. So don't be completely dependent on that. But people who you can create a safe space with together are like so important.
Like knowing there is some people they care about you.
It's hard to reach though. Like,
it is really hard.
you have to build a big trust with people. 'Cause
Exactly.
most of the time when you confess things, okay, they're really, really personal, okay? And you have to feel so comfortable with the person because you're going to open up with them. And they should open up with you too at the same time. So build this trust. Try to find nice people.
Yeah.
You shouldn't trust anyone, okay?
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing. You shouldn't
That's
trust
true.
Because
anyone.
as we said, people come and go, and let's say you said some things to a person and that person is no longer in your life. I mean, for example, you know, I would still, respect that trust, but maybe some people wouldn't respect that trust and would go around and tell all of your things, all of your secrets, or all of your thoughts, or everything you were going to other people. And that's honestly not right and would make you feel extremely uncomfortable when you like heard it from other people that your things, your thoughts, you opening up is out.
They use your
It's intimate. Like, it's your
Exactly.
privacy. If you shared it with someone, this person should be like grateful that someone can trust you enough to tell you all about the private things he lives or she lives, whatever.
they use your disabilities against you.
That's bad. That's a really bad thing.
And that's a
That's a
really,
really
bad
bad thing.
thing.
That's why you sometimes you open up for someone and after a while, like when you broke your relationship with them, they will use it against you
I mean,
by trying
it's
to
not
talk.
like 100% sure that they will use it. If they're like bad people, they might. But like, for example, like in a relationship, okay, when you share everything with the one you love, you do feel comfortable to tell him, her, whatever, everything about you. And when it ends, they know all your secrets. They know all your, how do we call them? Soft point? How do you call it? Like
Soft spots?
soft spots, yeah, soft spots. I don't think they will like 100% use it against you. Like they will know as much as you know about them too. You know, like
Yeah, it depends what kind of person they are. Like, as I said, some people would respect the trust and would not take advantage of you, but there are also people who would take the advantage of you. Maybe if you guys broke up in a bad way, it would build up so much anger in that person that would lead that person maybe to go and talk other people bad things about you. I don't want to say the S
about
word.
your weaknesses.
Exactly,
That's
weaknesses.
why you shouldn't talk about your weaknesses in front of anyone. For that's why some people they visit a psychologist because psychologists, there are people that you don't know them, so you can open up and you know they're not gonna judge you. And I think going to a psychologist, it's not a good thing. Like people think it's not a good thing, but sometimes it's needed for people.
Honestly, it's not a bad thing at all. People see it like the social stigma around it is very like, oh, you visit a psychologist, oh, you have mental disorders or anything. But it's not a bad thing. There's a person specialized to help you release all of the things in your mind, and you can, maybe the psychologist is gonna diagnose you or anything. Like it's and when you go to psychologists, again, safe space.
look,
There's a professional helping you.
I respect people that see therapists, psychologists, whatever, but at the same time, in my opinion, if I go to a therapist, okay, that means I reached a certain limit that I need to see a professional, okay? And I won't see any good outcome of it. Because if I go and I talk to him, I'll just like open up, whatever. And that's something I can do with my best friend. And at the same time, I'll just feel that because I'm going to the doctor, to the therapist, something bad is happening with me, and I won't see a good thing. Like I won't see a change. Like I'm not believing in like the therapist will make you feel better. Like if I go there, I'll just like think, okay, is he gonna like say that I'm depressed or something like that, you know?
Okay, but the psychologists are there to basically help you go through stuff. I know maybe by talking about it, it will make things come up and everything, but like as I said, the social stigma around it is just crazy and unbelievable, and it's not right that we, you know, see it as a bad thing.
No, I agree with you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I disagree totally with people that thinks that, oh, you see a therapist, so you're like you're all negative is around you and everything. I'm not believing in that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But being a good listener, it is really good point.
Yeah, people need to have people around them, you know, who make them feel
Comfortable and
comfortable,
cared,
cared, loved, accepted.
accepted.
And these are the people who you're most likely going to open up to, if
Yeah.
it's not the therapist. I mean, most of the time we're therapists to each other, to be honest.
Exactly.
My therapist, I'm his therapist.
Perfectiano.
Perfect camera.
Perfectiano.
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 What an episode.
Okay, that was really interesting episode.
Yeah.
So
Interesting episode.
I tried to do two things at the same time. Understand.
And then you said, yeah.
Türkiye'nin en çok dinlenen yabancı radyosuna.
Hoş geldiniz.
Hoş geldiniz.
Radio.
But sadly our episode is
What?
over.
Over?
Radio Medipol.
Radio Medipol?
Radio Medipol.
Radio Medipol. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming here. We had a really good
pleasure, bro.
conversation. I really enjoyed and I learned
Same.
new things.
For real.
Exactly, to see other people's point of view
Yeah.
on that.
It was so necessary and I really
I feel like
enjoyed
these
it.
episodes and these conversations in general make like deep conversations make people get closer
Exactly.
a lot. Now I know your points of feeling what would make you comfortable or uncomfortable, what you would do if something disrupted your comfortableness. Is that right?
At the same time, it's good that
Same.
we talked about many topics, all related
Yeah.
to being comfortable. We went through self-confidence.
We care about our
talked about-
listeners and their well-being. Okay, so
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
I hope it helped.
I hope. Yeah, we
if
hope.
you
it
feel
helped.
uncomfortable, leave a comment down below. I'll respond to every single one of them to make you feel comfortable.
Free therapist. Free therapist.
Free therapist. Yeah.
So my name is 545 700.
Okay, guys. It's the end of our podcast. Thanks for coming. I really enjoyed it.
pleasure.
Hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you learn new things about it. Learn new things about being comfortable and trying to make yourselves comfortable in different situations. Make yourself comfortable in uncomfortable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave
And
a comment,
comment.
and follow us on Instagram, Telegram.
Like,
Like.
share,
Thumbs up.
comment.
Thanks for watching. See you later. Perfectiano.
Alligator.
Perfect.
Perfectiano.
Perfect.
And that's a really good thing.
That's a really good thing, yeah.
Perfectiano. Perfectiano.
Pause it.